All right, we're back. We're back in action. We're back in the seat. We're drinking. We're dying. Who knows what we're gonna do next? It's Fishtank, season 4, day 3. Been a pretty good day. Yet again, Father's Day. As being someone who has a father, unlike a lot of these fans supposedly, at least that I can tell. So I missed a good chunk of today. I missed most of the early evening, late afternoon. So I missed out on Gimp REA, and the initial spurg out. What caused him to spurg out? I think I've gotten most of the context after then, but I missed that. That was a disappointing one to miss. I feel like that was some pretty good shit. But what I have seen today, and what I have been taking quite a good amount of notice of, is the Jin cells are on top today. Jin cells are on top today. It's a slow burn. He's slowly winning people over, but it's happening. It's not happening now. Because at this point, he had a little bit of a rough start. He had some pretty good moments last night with looking up the panties, and those didn't really hit until this morning. I don't think most of the Eastern Coast audience was able to catch that. Had a very good time, but since then, people have caught on. People are seeing it. They're reading it in between the lines and seeing that Jin is about to be on top because he's he's gonna be the goat. He's gonna have something going on. Uh, the fuck? Sixth video, good enough? Send it. I don't know what they're talking about. I wish I could. I wish I could pay attention to this. The Jin confessionals have been exquisite today. We've been eating good. He started off today with just talking about how he wants to have sex. He's going to have sex if he can last long enough with anyone he can, including Rachel if the desperation and alcohol hit. If the time comes where he's up against the wall and he needs to have sex, he's gonna mount the hog. He's gonna mount the beast. Speaking of Rachel, she had a pretty big day. It seems like she was taking it a lot today. She was getting a lot of shit. W, which is honestly that's kind of what she was brought in for. This is kind of uh exactly her character was brought in to be shit on, get told she sucks, and just hopefully not leave early. She came in with all this shit. She's in the doghouse right now, which fucking rules. I love seeing a big hog in the doghouse. It's some good shit, man. Um, I thought, silly us. We thought Freddy was immune to the beef bell, and that it was just the beer bell. It it honestly it seemed like that's what needed to happen, what we were gonna get, but it's not it's not how it turned out. He got put into a beef. He got put into a self defense situation, and lucky us, it was rigged. It was definitely rigged against Rachel, for sure. Ah, fuck. I gotta start making a doc for these recaps because honestly, all I saw today was Jin kind of being the goat and Arye taking his tanking. He I had a feeling it was gonna happen. I had a sneaking suspicion he was gonna have a bit of a fall off. Um, we hate to see it, We hate to see it, and it's just what's gonna happen. He's a true autist. He's gonna have his ups and his downs. He's gonna have his spurg outs, and he's gonna fucking go nuts sometimes. But this is promising because I think with enough time, he's gonna be able to sort of uh I don't know. He's gonna come back. He's gonna have some really good moments and some good spurg outs. And honestly, he bounced back really well after his spurg out, after going to bed early, because everyone came in to comfort him. Because he has been a very solid character that has made a big impact in the house already. Um, exactly. REA stock rise, Stoics rise despite SpongeBob controversy. That's exactly right. These things, they have inverse effect. When they see REA drop down to 300, they're gonna buy. The people are coming. I don't know. Even if we backdoored your computer and saw what was stored on it, how fucked would you be? IDK. I'd be kind of fucked. There's a bunch of weird hentai on there. This is bad. This is not. This is bad news. We don't want to be seeing this coming out of Jin right now. The edits have been fucking awesome so far. The photos, the edits. Dude, I've been gay. I've been soy jacking the contestants a little bit. Just the last couple hours, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun to make a soy jack out of the contestants. Let me pull it up real quick. My glorious king Jin, he had to be created. He had to be reformed. He's molded in his own fucked up creation. And I also gave a little tribute to REA while he was having his spurg out. He was freaking out for a minute there. I had to throw it up there for him. But honestly, crazy for day 3 about what's going on here. I don't know. This is a fucking weird vibe for day 3. Rachel's fucking whining all day. I can't tell if she is, how much of a plant she is. If she's a plant because they told her she was a plant to give her an ego boost, or if she's a real plant sent in to be annoying. And that is to be seen, whether or not she's going to end up truly, fully hated, or if she's going to, I don't know, have some sort of redemption with a character twist, maybe. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting seeing where she goes if she doesn't leave. She's already complaining a lot. Her CPAP machine and a bed were brought down to her in the doghouse, and I thought that was outrageous. The doghouse is meant to be a punishment, and she just got her own bedroom. She got a bigger bedroom. It's fucking crazy. But I mean, Daniel has continued his upward rise. He's been pretty much unstoppable so far. He's been aura farming. He's been shirtless walking around all day. I don't know what he's doing with this. I think he might be trying to be a little bit too much of a TJ clone. He seems like a big season 2 fan because he's doing a bit of a TJ Cole combination to an extent. He's acting like a detective a little bit in the first 2 days, pulling out the Angelina photos of her boyfriend and hiding them, and generally being pretty observant. Actually, I think he is really being a good observant character and sort of taking on that role. But he's also walking around with his shirt off. He's also kind of a spurg, so I don't know if he's trying to be a Cole TJ combination with a little bit better longevity or what. But so far he's succeeding. His stocks are stoics. My bad. His stoics are through the fucking roof. We only have 3 contestants who are over 300 fish bucks valuation, and that is a bleak sight to see. Honestly, we don't like to see these kinds of rates going on right now. It's tragic. It's not something that you see every day. This was not the case mere hours ago, and it's strange to see. But let's take a little look here at the Stoics and kind of analyze, see what's going on, see how people have risen and fallen today. I think I have a screenshot here of yesterday's pricings, or this morning's also. So we're going to do a little bit of comparing and contrasting here, because I think it's going to give us some very important information, kind of give us a glimpse into what we could be looking at in the next couple days of valuation. So to start the day, Angelica, whatever, hers has kind of been plateauing. I bought at about 180, so it's still been a bump for me. Been feeling good about that. It's definitely going to be a slow rise. She's going to continue to win points, and I think when she wins those points, they kind of stick around, because she started at absolutely zero. She started 100% bottomed out. She fucked herself from the beginning, but a comeback story is something that everyone loves to see. So these things, they take time. She's going to keep rising. She's not going to be the most hated forever. I mean, she's not even the most hated anymore. Rachel has completely taken the cake in that regard. since day one, day two. So I think she has room to recover. None of these characters, none of these contestants really feel like burnouts. None of them really feel like any one of them could be on their way out. It doesn't. There's no like writing on the wall for any of them. Ellie is nothing. She doesn't talk. She doesn't do anything. But the Simps love her. They're gonna keep watching. They're gonna keep loving it. They're gonna keep eating it up. They're gonna eat their slop and they're gonna love it with all their hearts. So I don't think I think she's most likely to go, but I also that the bar is very high, and she's still above it. But the REA stocks, he started off. He had lost. He had taken a little bit of a dip. I think last night he was just about at 400, high 390s. I think he took a little bit of a dip yesterday with at least with me. I sold mine when he started singing Steven Universe songs. I saw a little bit too much of a man-child in him to feel super confident in where he was going to be going in the next couple of days, what he was going to get doing, what sort of energy he was going to be bringing to the table. So this was very obvious. This was coming. This was written on the wall for me, at least for the last day. It looks pretty obvious that things have very drastically changed. I know he had big moments with the gimp suit, walking around that. There's some very good screenshots of that from today, and that is good. That did bode in his favor that he was willing to do that, and things like that, bits like that being run on him could be a big boost to his valuation in the future. My only problem with him is how big of a hit that he took from the SpongeBob controversy. The SpongeBob controversy has taken a very large toll on our Jewish Golem King, and these things we don't necessarily want to see that. It's not boding well for what could come in the next coming days. But he also he got so much comforting and so much reassurance from both contestants and Jet that I think there's a good chance he can take this, bottle it up, and definitely turn it into something if he can get over the hump of his moral quandaries with these things. He's powerful. His stance, his stature, his mentality, everything about him is a benefit to him. It's just himself that can drag him down. So we're gonna see where he goes in the next coming days. He is still second, it seems, in valuation, which I don't see him losing that much favor. At worst, I see him hitting third or fourth, but I sincerely doubt it. I don't see any sort of crazy fall coming out of him anytime soon. Daniel valuation has been on the up since yesterday, since his victories, his ability to run the gym yesterday was a big start for him, and today he sort of solidified his rise, his ability to be the Giga Chad, give very sly good looks at the camera sometimes, have a very insane posture, so that even when he's not a part of the action, the screenshots are still flowing. He's still grabbing attention. And especially now he's hanging out with Jin a lot, which I think he sees the increase in Jin valuation with his confessional abilities. Nobody else is really, other than Rachel sitting in there and like wallowing in pity, nobody has taken advantage of the confessional and what kind of a boost it can give you to just sit there and talk to the camera for long periods of time. It's a very beneficial thing. These people, I don't think, realize so much how huge it will be much later in the game to be consistent and powerful when you're in the confessional and giving conversations, talking to chat, or having something to talk about yourself. A good personality is going to be very helpful, and Jin is taking the lead on that. And Daniel has been taking advantage of that as well. He's been coming in while Jin's coming in and turning it more into a podcast style of show. They sit there, they talk. Jin definitely is the crazy man, while Daniel sort of seems like the straight man in this situation. They have a good flow. They talk well. Even this morning when Jin was having his confessional, Daniel at the end goes, I wish I could hate the guy. He's just good to talk to, and I think that proves that Daniel does have a decent judge of character, because Jin is a creep. Jin is a weirdo, but there's just something. There's a charisma to him. There's an energy to him that if he's able to utilize and not burn out too early, he could use this to a great advantage, even while being the pervert character. Um, Ellie stocks. I'm not. There's nothing to really say about Ellie. The Simps love her. They're gonna keep buying her the plushies and roses. She's gonna keep looking at the camera and getting screen capped because she's cute. That's just about all that's gonna happen with her. She doesn't say much. She doesn't do much. She's gonna keep being there where action is. She seems to be good at being there for action, and talking to the right people at the right time. She seems to be around REA, and is able to draw out good conversation from REA, get him to delve into his interests and things like that. So she's gonna definitely be a powerful background character. Basically, she's not gonna say anything. She's not gonna do anything. Her one-on-one competition style events are gonna be really boring, but nobody is able to see that yet, because truly the pedal isn't to the metal. The foot's not on the gas all that much. These people aren't being put in situations with people they're not comfortable with. So her early day evaluations, she might have peaked already today. I think it can go a little higher if she does a little bit more simp farming. Ellie will probably be able to peak a little bit higher, maybe reach that second place if REA continues to dip. But even from that screenshot of the more current prices on the right, his REA has already skyrocketed back up. He is not going to be taking this line down to let Ellie overtake him. Freddy, I've been saying it. I said it. I don't know when I bought my first Freddy. I think I bought Freddy yesterday afternoon, and I knew he was going to be a star. I knew he was going to be able to pull it out after his drunken debauchery last night, screaming about New York. I knew he was going to have a lot of things in store. I knew he was going to be able to be a good drunk, a good alcoholic for us to see. And obviously, looking at the valuations, I was 100% correct. I knew it from the start. He was going to be able to draw people in, because he's going to say funny shit when he drinks. He's going to be boring when he's not drinking, and people are going to need Freddy drinking. The more Freddy drinks, the better things are going to get for everyone around here, because whether he's the center of the action or not, it's going to be funny, because either he's going to be floundering to himself, talking about nothing, or people are going to be bouncing off of him. People are going to be making conversation with a drunk man, and who doesn't like to see that, That's a very strong strategy from Fredward, and we're going to be looking more at him in the coming days. And the longer alcohol is flowing in the house, the better things are going to get for him. Today, when he rang the beer bell, he tried to get a beer. They told him it's a beef. They switched it up on him. They were like, "Nah, you're not going to keep getting beers when you ring the bell. It's time for a beef." And he chose Rachel. Choosing Rachel for an idiot like Freddy is a crazy move. It's a crazy galaxy-brained move. He absolutely read the room. He chose the correct person to be beefing with on a whim. And that's really all there is to it. He made a really good choice. He had to beef with Rachel, and I think production is pretty annoyed with Rachel right now, because she's being annoying after her pizza party, still being a pouty bitch. And they gave them 2 beers to chug. The beer chug competition, when Rachel is off the booze, a recovered alcoholic. I don't know if that was trying to test her to see if she's going to be willing to play ball and relapse for the show, or if maybe they just really wanted her in the doghouse because it would be funny. Either way, Freddy came out on top there. That was a huge moment for our Fred boy, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. You can count on that. Jin, I was talking about it a little bit earlier. Jin is an up-and-comer. He's going to be big. He's going to be making waves in this community. Even just now, it's over now, but he was in confessional yet again twice in one day. He's sitting in confessional and he's giving really good, engaging conversation while also making some controversial statements, making weird statements that make people go, ew, what the fuck, kill this guy. You know, there has, I think, a good balance of people hating and loving you until shit really hits the fan is really what it comes down to. I think he's laying it on a little bit strong right now, but being the pervert Asian is going to be a buff. It always has been a buff to be a pervert. Shinji was a fan favorite the whole time. Bert was a fan favorite the whole time. If Jin can sort of skew this into him being like retarded while also still being a pervert, I think things are going to be looking really good for the Jin cells this season. Although he could fall off heavily if he takes it too far without there being a good enough like W moment for him. If he takes it too far or he doesn't do anything, I think he's going to need to take some action for people to really believe him on his word when he's talking about how he's going to be a pervert guy, he's going to try and have sex. He's really he's talking all this game, and so far all he's ended up doing is sitting in the background when the real action's going on. When the whole group is together, he isn't in the action. Now, I do think we're going to get some pretty good clips of Jin that nobody caught once the GoPro footage is released. The GoPro footage from the ARG that they filmed is going to be probably pretty good for Jin, so long as he had a couple of good moments where he turned the camera on himself but didn't make it too cringe and too gay. If he had some good comments from behind the camera, I think there's some good opportunities. If maybe he got some upskirts, you know, some sneaky ones while he was filming. Jin being the cameraman was the perfect spot for him to be. He's not going to be the man in front of the camera all the time. He's going to be sort of mid-background for a lot of the big moments, but he's going to have a lot of good personality moments that will bring him out into the limelight, that are going to make it really powerful and really impactful for those moments because he's going to be in the background. His fans are going to be low and slow, and people are going to be naysaying, but I think we're going to have a really good time with Jin, so long as nothing crazy gets revealed, so long as a profile on a sketchy hentai page or something doesn't come out that makes people lose their shit and want him dead. As long as he doesn't Simmons, we're good. But for the time being, he is flying a little close to the sun. When he's joking about, I hope he's joking about, he had a TTS this morning where somebody goes, "Hey Jin, what's the preferred age range of a woman?" And he goes 12 to 16. I think that was a joke that really didn't play out for him. That didn't win him any favor. It was probably in poor taste. This show is very anti-pedophile, and he should have known that, because what show shouldn't be anti-pedophile unless you're on Famous House 2, I guess. But yeah, these things are going to keep playing out. If he continues to be consistent in the confessional room, he's going to have a very big advantage coming for him. He's going to have a lot of favor drawn towards him. But also not being there for like these... Right now, there's a lot of people in there. Daniel stayed after the Jin podcast, the Jin Cell podcast ended. Probably because Angelina and Freddie joined in or something like that. There definitely seems to have been a shift of energy in that room. The director cam is still on them, so there is probably something going on. It's probably the most entertaining thing. Or Jin just left to take care of something else. But if he can remain dominant in the confessional cam, giving us good moments, giving us good conversations, saying he's going to be a weirdo, saying he wants to have sex, like edging it, like leading into the retarded, horny aspect of this fan base is going to win him a good amount of favor. And we can tell that through his stock valuation today. His rise was not insane. It's about a 25% rise, but he's I think he's gonna hold on to that for now. I don't see him losing too much favor over this. I see him losing, maybe going down to 230 if something weird happens, but I only see a rise for him, and if he can make it a little bit further into the season, a couple of eliminations deep, I think a lot of those stragglers that are like bought into Ellie or something are gonna end up on Jin's team, because they are one and the same. Anyone who owns Ellie stock is a Gooner, is going to be a Jin fan, because they are the same person. They are built upon the same bricks, the same foundation. These things just take time, you know. People don't see it. People get blinded by the jailbait little girl, and they don't understand what's coming to them, what's going to be good for them, and what's going to pop off during the show. And Rachel is what she is, you know. She lost a fish buck. She went down by 1 point. These things happen. These things are going to continue to happen. If Rachel can have a good moment, or maybe if she can lean into being the annoying cunt of the season, lean into being something that these people hate, that could win her some favor. But I don't foresee too much benefit to Rachel anytime soon. I think she's going to stay in the doghouse. I think she lost a lot of favor in getting brought all that shit in the doghouse, and the fact that she's not in the doghouse right now. The cosplay, holy shit. I got to get a screenshot of her in this cosplay right now, and I'm going to scroll through Twitter later to find a good one, but this is the cosplay was good for the ARG, for the Blair Witch Project, the Fish Witch Project or whatever. But she didn't end up being the star of that show. Arye did, because he kind of spurred out immediately after it, and so did the Entity. The Entity showed up, and that took away a lot of the punch that Rachel's part may have had. Now, we'll see if the GoPro cut comes out and there's a really, really good zoom in on Rachel looking fucking insane. But for the time being, we're going to be sitting in the dark. We're going to be waiting. We're going to see what happens from here. But that's about all I have to say. Today's been a good day. Oops. I just hate that motherfucker. Today's been a good day. The stock market is up. My portfolio is up. I'm up about, I'd say a good 40% overall. I've invested $1,300 and I'm up 500. So these things are good. The world is looking up. I think I'm going to be able to make some profit this season, so long as my takes don't start to bite me in the ass. You know, I'm taking some risks. I bought Freddy and Jin and Angelina, what I thought were the dips, and I think I still did get them at their dips, at their lowest for the time being. And I mean, you know, if I lose it all, you'll see me jumping off the World Trade Center. But if I don't, you'll see me again tomorrow, because I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep coming in here with my takes. I think I might even just convert this into mostly just a stocks market show, into a show where I just show the valuations, pick up on what sort of shifts in fan opinion are going on with these characters. These things, they're going to keep flowing. They're going to keep changing day by day. Not a single day will these stoics go without being different, without changing, without taking some sort of very important information is going to be relayed purely through these things. And the more we analyze it, the more we understand what's happening here, the better it's going to be for us. And the better we're going to be able to understand where things are going, where fan favor truly is. Because I know a lot of I think the Ellie stock is definitely a whale stock. Ellie stock, Daniel stock, and RA stock are whale stocks. I think they're probably overvalued, relatively speaking. I don't think any people are too far ahead of another. But honestly, I thought it would be much worse. I thought these valuations would be thrown off much more by people like Aperture, by people that are you know, the Bitcoin billionaires within the audience were going to be taking control of this. But from what I'm looking at now, from what I see at this point, we are looking at a pretty fair market that truly does it does reflect how the fan base is feeling at the time. And from this point on, all we can do is keep watching and keep understanding what's going on. So I'll be back at this tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's good on the market. Have a good one.